You see I got my Junos back there? All three of them. The first time I heard my song on the radio, I nearly swerved off the 405. I was living in LA at the time, and my song came on right after D'Angelo on The Beat, which was the biggest radio station, the hottest station. And they played the song, and I remember the beat in the car, and I remember just dancing to it and just feeling really accomplished. And, I felt a lot of vindication because we'd worked so hard on that first album. We had knocked on every door. It got turned down so many times. And so it was really a wonderful moment to hear that song on the radio. First concert I attended was Whitney Houston at the CNE. She was killing it. I mean, voice soared throughout the CNE. I mean, that's when they used to do live concerts, and that was one of the big concerts then. Oh my gosh. I had stars in my eyes. First time I was recognized, I had just come off of a promotional tour. I was in Toronto at Becker's getting some glossettes and dill pickle chips. And this person was standing there staring at me, and I was like, what is she looking at? And she was like, Deborah Cox. Deborah Cox. So do you eat glossettes? And at that moment, because I was not in Deborah Cox mode at all, but I thought that was hilarious. I was like, well, yeah, I do like glossettes, and I'm a regular person like everybody else. And it tickled me that she was such a fan and actually recognized me because I wasn't on that day. First time I won a Juno, we had just come off of a really, really long flight from Japan, so I was really jet lagged and groggy, but I wanted to be there in person. In case I won, I didn't think I was going to win, but I wanted to be there because the Junos, I'd watched years and years of their broadcasts, and it was really gratifying to be nominated that year. And I remember being in my seat, had tons of coffee, and I didn't even hear when they called my name because I was just kind of caught up with all the other nominees. And so my husband was like, they just called your name. And so I ran up on the stage and I was like, wow, I won. I actually, thank you, and I felt really, really, really good. Again, after hearing so many no's, to be recognized for an album that you worked so hard on, and we had spent hours and hours and years putting it together, and it was a real moment. It was awesome. First time meeting Celine Dion. I had been a fan and I had heard of her work. She was always on the radio. And so when I heard about the audition, I went to Montreal. I remember snow up the yin yang, and I remember trying to just keep myself warm, keep my voice warm and everything so that I could deliver the songs. I got through the audition. I heard about a week later that I got the role to do backgrounds. And the first time I met her was in our first rehearsal, and she was so laid back, very shy, diminutive. But when she sang, she was like, ah! She just let it all out. And I was like, wow, this woman is amazing. That was like my college, watching her navigate her superstardom and singing on point every single show. First Pride performance. Ooh, my first was New York. It turned into one of many Prides. Ooh, my first time on Broadway was like walking a tightrope. You go through 3 to 4 weeks of rehearsals, and then when you get on stage, as soon as that curtain goes up, you have to go and be flawless. So it was just like a tightrope, literally balancing, making sure that I'm exchanging with the other performers, making sure that I'm on my mark, hitting all the notes and everything. So it was a bit surreal, but I just remember telling myself, breathe, breathe, get through, just go scene to scene. Don't overwhelm yourself. And that helped me. That helped me through. It was Aida, and it was an amazing show to be a part of. The songs were incredible. Elton John and Tim Rice allowed us to remix the song, Easy as Life, and that became another dance floor hit too. So it was a really good show for me. Ooh, Whitney Houston. It was at Clive Davis's Grammy party. There was a lot of stuff swirling in the press, this new artist that's come into the game and I was just like completely enamored and in awe of this woman and her beauty and her style and her grace. And I just remember her extended arms saying, "Come here, girl." And I was like a deer in headlights. I was super shy, but I think she understood that I was, someone that would look to her as a mentor. And we hit it off right away. We, after meeting each other at different events and stuff, we talked. She'd give me, she talked to me about the business, talked to me about family. She encouraged me to get married, encouraged me to have my family, and always keep things balanced. I'll always remember all of those conversations that we had in the studio. And when we did our duet together, that was just like priceless. That was a moment that I wish we had cell phones at the time to record, because that was a moment that I would have loved. But we were just in the moment. I didn't have a cell phone then. I wouldn't, I had a pager.